Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed. I'm 22 years old and I'm from Durban. Plastimed is my company. We manufacture plastic bottles and jars and containers for the automotive industry, chemical industry, and food and beverage industry. We started off with zero machines and assets, and now we've built up to we have 100,000 rand in assets and 100,000 rand in stocks, as well as 2 employees. Thank you.
Mohammed!
My name is Mohammed. I'm 22 years old and I'm studying BCom at BCom Management. I'm doing my honors in BCom Management at the University of Westville. My business is currently 2 years old. How many of you buy plastic products which are not, in which you are not so happy about the price? I mean, for such a small product to use for such a short period of time, you're paying such a high price. We at Plastimed manufacture plastic products in which we are cheaper than our competitors by using recycled raw materials, as well as it being environmentally friendly and sustainable. We take things a step further by designing on the product and printing on the bottles itself, which provides added value to our company and as well as convenience to our customers, whereas and it's cheaper, whereas they don't need to buy and source out labels. Our target market is the automotive industry, chemical industry, cosmetic industry, as well as the food and beverage industry. In the next 5 years, we plan on entering the medical industry, hence the word Plastimed. We advertise our business through social media platforms, as well as handing out pamphlets to our people. Our biggest challenge we face is not having machinery, which we are currently outsourcing our production to. Okay, we are seeking a loan of 500,000 rands to buy machinery in which would help our business grow faster, give us a quicker turnaround time for production, as well as service delivery, and it will also give us a better quality control system. We plan on paying back this loan within the next 2 to 5 years. By the sales, the machine provides bottles for. We plan on taking out 50% of the profits to pay for the loan within the next 2 to 5 years. The profit margins currently, with outsourcing our goods, is about 20 to 30%, which should increase to 50% if we have our own machinery. Thank you.
Mohammed, you've got 20 seconds. Are you finished or do you want to continue? You done? All right, good. Thank you very much. Judges, Melanie.
Okay, Mohammed, really nice product. I'm not too big into plastic myself, so obviously the issue around the environment also comes into play. So I'm sure you're going to probably clarify something around your product. I know it's a recyclable product. Can it be recycled after that? And it doesn't get into the environment. But I think just my questions come around. You're asking for 500,000 rand for machinery, okay? But you've got machinery currently.
No, I don't have machinery for production. I have small machinery for the smaller things, like putting stuff in caps and minor things.
Okay, all right. So I think that's, so are you outsourcing it at the moment?
Yes, I'm outsourcing.
Okay. Premises, where are you working from? Is it your own? Are you leasing it out?
I'm leasing it out.
You're leasing it out, okay. And then just in terms of, I think, your profit margins, okay, so just by getting the machinery coming in, your profit margin was from 20 to 30%.
It could go up to 50.
Okay, so I think just maybe the last financial question. What is your turnover at the moment? And with this injection of the 500,000 rand, what is your cash flow projection looking like?
My current turnover, is 70,000 rands a month.
Okay.
I've only been running for 2 years. It could go, I'm hoping for it to go to 1 million rand a month in the near future.
So just for all the investors in the room, R500,000 into a new piece of machinery would turn your turnover go from 70
to about 250,000 a month.
200. Okay, that's a more realistic number. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. Just questions from you. Who are your top 3 competitors?
Qbet, Nedbank, and Polyoke.
Okay. And what's your USP? What makes you different from them?
Well, I have my own range of bottles. I have some patented ideas as well, 3 different bottles, and I'm doing printing on the
So
bottles.
you have patented ideas.
Patented bottles.
Which ones? Because I've seen all these bottles before.
The one that looks like a thirsty.
This
And
one.
I got another one that's not
But you just said it looks like a thirsty.
Yes.
So if it kind of looks like a thirsty, it can't be patented.
We have another bottle that's patented. It's totally different. It's a new. It's one of the first products in South Africa that's actually a square-shaped bottle. Not like that, but I don't have a sample, unfortunately. But it's first in the country.
Okay, so it's just this square bottle that makes you different from your competitors,
And
because they all have a range.
Printing
They
as
all,
well.
you're the only one who can print like this.
No, no,
Nedbank can't do this.
Well, they're not doing those kind of bottles. They're doing PET bottles, the clear ones.
Okay, and do you manufacture these from scratch?
Yes. Well, I've outsourced the production.
So you don't manufacture these from scratch.
I outsourced the production.
Um,
But in my molds, so the bottle belongs to me. It's just that I'm not manufacturing, converting it into a bottle, basically. Yes.
okay. Okay. Just lastly, do you have orders, like long-standing orders
Yes,
that
I
you're
have.
currently supplying, and what do those look like currently?
Currently, I have an order of 20,000 bottles a month. I'm working on another customer that should get on board within a month or 2 that's taking 30,000 bottles a month. And a third customer that's going to be taking at least 50,000 bottles a month. There are 3 different companies, 3 different molds, 3 different bottles.
Okay, so the other ones, the other 4 are deals that you're still working on.
The other 2 I'm still working on. One I got secured already.
Okay, Mohammed, you're 22 years old. To date, what's been your biggest failure? And I want to know how you got through it.
Well, I started trying to make start businesses from a young age. I started a couple of businesses with my friends that were more service related with websites and in that kind of field, which we have failed a lot. I've tried going into clothing, which also failed, and then this is like
So you went into what that fell?
clothing industry. I tried getting
Oh,
into
clothing,
clothing
yeah,
industry,
yeah.
and now I'm in bottling.
Now you're in bottling.
Thank you, judges. Let's get some feedback, please, Melanie.
Okay, so I think you do know who your target market is. I like the fact that off the bat you knew who your competitors were, so that just talks a little bit about your confidence in there. And I know that you have a deal and you have a working product, you know, at the moment. I think just lastly, I think you demonstrated also entrepreneurial spirit, because often when you get into your own business, you have several failures before you can actually get a success. So I mean, well done on stepping it up, even though you failed a few times to get where you are right now. So well done at
that. From my end, I just want to commend you that you've got sales going. You seem to be building relationships, and you're trading currently with your own machinery and staff in just 2 years. And all you're needing now is to be able to stop outsourcing the bottle manufacturing to others. Yeah, and yeah, I don't really have much negative. It's just congratulations on getting this far. And I'm glad, I like how you answered the questions that I had for you. You had clear answers. So it tells me that you know what's going on in your business.
Okay, I didn't like the idea that your patented bottle isn't here. I mean, that's the one we would have wanted to see, not the wannabe thirsty bottle. Then you need to sit with someone and restructure your whole pitch. because you're not taking into consideration the environment. And you're pitching to two judges here who's a bit like very hesitant to touch plastic. I take my own bag to the shopping mall when I go buy goods. They don't touch a straw, you know, so now you're trying to get R500,000 from me. So, but like what I would have started by saying when I was you is currently the world uses X amount of plastic for, you know, for products. And we're not going to change that, or maybe we'll change that maybe by about 30%, but X amount will still use plastic for their products. What I have come and introduced is an environmentally friendly product. Then we're listening, because at the moment we're looking at plastic. We're saying, baddie, 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 you know, you're killing the environment. Although it's recyclable, you know, you make it from recyclable, but once I buy this and I then want to recycle it, how hard is it going to be? Does it tick the boxes? I think you need to speak that very, very, very quickly in the beginning so that we like your product. Because at the moment there's a love-hate relationship going on here, and you don't want that, you want my money. Because you've got these positives on the other hand. You're 22 years old, you look like a serial entrepreneur. Justin said entrepreneurs fell on average 3.8 times. I think you've done that, eh? I think this is the winning one. So those are things that is exciting me about it, although I don't like plastic. So just how are you talking to me? And you need to talk environment now. I mean, companies get billed on it, on their waste. Talk solution. You were saying that today. Talk a solution to me. Because yes, this is a solution, but also talk as a manufacturer, because that you said, automotive, chemicals, food and beverage, but talk an environmentally friendly solution to me. So yeah, just reword it a bit now. Because have a coffee with someone like Justin, and he'll perfect it for you. Yeah.
Excellent. Judges, thank you very much. Thank you. So, judges will now do their final compilation. Mohammed, before you run away, I would just, it is going to, I love that final question there from Malta about, I was wondering what you were going to say there. What we discovered is something very important, that he has been through multiple failures. And eventually, it wasn't a question that was asked for you, but I'd be interested to know, how many you had been through, only because, sometimes we always think we've arrived at it. We always think like this is it. And I'm sure you felt that about your clothing business, and I'm sure you felt that about all those other businesses. And maybe you feel about this, and maybe this will be it, and maybe it won't be it. And I think this is the point that entrepreneurship, guys, it's a journey. And by all means, we want to persist. A group of billionaires were asked to come up with one word that was key to their success, and the word persistence came up more than any other. And that doesn't mean necessarily persist with that same idea. It means persisting with the journey. But what I think we are seeing is that you have been through a number, and hey, maybe this is it. Certainly very, very impressive. For a 22-year-old to be at this level, it just gives me so much hope for our country. And the spirit of entrepreneurship is really flying. So Mohammed, give him some love. Thank you so much. Excellent. Thank you. All right, good. So judges, how are we doing? Are we okay? Good. So look, guys, I think what I'm going to do just from my side before I hand over to Bronwyn and the judges is before I say goodbye to you. Let me ask you this. So we've been together for the whole day. Okay, I feel like we've been on a journey.